true-hearted as you are beautiful, and we both shall have nothing left to wish for.
Beast, you know why we have come. Show yourself if you dare.
You have come unbidden into my palace for this. You must pay!
Once upon a time, in a land far, far away, there was a wealthy merchant who lived in a splendid house high on a hill. The merchant was very rich, and he tried to give his 5 children everything they ever wanted. Their lives were full and happy until one stormy night.
Yes? What do you want? I bring an urgent message for your father, the merchant. Give it to me. I shan't have the likes of you tramping mud to our beautiful home.
Rowena, who was that?
Just a messenger boy, Father.
You should have invited him in, Rowena. The storm outside is dreadful.
He was in a hurry, Father. He left this for you.
Would you open it, dear? My hands are quite full.
Let me take your demitasse, Father. Would you like more tea? Beauty! Father wants more tea! No need to shout, Jacqueline. I'm coming.
In the name of mercy.
Father, what's wrong?
2 of my ships have been lost at sea. A 3rd one is missing. My fortune, it's been wiped out.
You have no more money? But that means our dowries are gone too.
What kind of husbands can we expect to find without a dowry?
What of the 3rd ship, Father? If it were found, we could recover some of your fortune at least.
That's it. We shall go to sea and find the missing ship.
Yes, it shall be a great adventure.
We haven't the money to mount such an expedition. Oh, I failed you. I failed you all. Please, forgive me, my children.
There, Father, you haven't failed us. We care more about you than your purse. Even penniless, you have our love.
There she goes again. Father's little pet.
Honestly, Beauty, must you fawn so? It's disgusting.
Ignore her, Jacqueline. We still have our beautiful house and all the things in it.
The house is aflame. Everyone out! Out!
By morning, the house had burned to the ground.
We've lost everything. We're paupers.
We still have our lives. We still have each other. But where will we go? How will we live?
Alas, we've little choice. The cottage in the dark woods is all I have left.
You mean we must leave the town?
And live like peasants? Our friends will laugh at us. They'll want nothing to do with us. Then we shall need each other all the more. We'll find a way to be happy, Father. You'll see.
Father is made for us, isn't it, dear sister? We work all day until our bones are aching, then eat our pathetic little meal, then sit around the fire staring at one another, and then it's off to bed so we can arise by the crack of dawn. Oh, how could fate be so cruel to us? What have we done to deserve this wretched existence? Oh, we shall marry peasants and raise our children as peasants and live as peasants to the end of our days.
I've lost your sister's love. They are miserable. Seeing them so makes me despair.
Rowena and Jacqueline would complain about a rainbow, Father. They love you no less, and they are not as wretched as they seem.
There were worse hardships yet for the merchant and his children to endure, but they survived. Then one evening,
Listen, hoofbeats. Someone is coming. But we've had no visitors since we came to this wood. Who could it be?
Beauty! See who it is!
The messenger.
Your missing ship has been found, merchant. It ran aground on the seacoast with much of its rich cargo still intact. You must come at once and claim it.
This is grand news, Father. We shall ride with you.
You shall stay here and take care of your sisters.
Our poverty has come to an end.
Oh, we can move back to town.
Be not so hasty, sisters. No money can be spent till it's in hand.
later that night, as the merchant prepared to leave for the seacoast,
Bring us back presents, Papa.
A gold bracelet for me, Papa, and a dress so fine and silk.
I want 2 dresses, Papa, and a diamond brooch with a golden chain. Oh, please, Papa.
I will try, my darlings. And you, Beauty, what present would you like?
Only that you return home safely, Father.
That's not a present.
Ask for something real.
But that is all I really want.
And that you shall have. But let me bring you something beautiful.
Very well, then. Bring me a rose. I've not seen one since we left the town.
That's the most foolish thing I've ever heard.
There is nothing foolish about a thing of beauty.
If such is your wish, my beauty, you shall see a rose again when I return.
but days later, after a long and difficult ride, the merchant arrived to find nothing but flotsam remaining from the ship.
What became of the cargo?
Your creditors were here yesterday. They took everything of value in payment for your debts.
No! How can I face my children with this awful news?
And so the merchant began the long journey home. As he rode through the dark and lonely woods, the night grew colder and the storm more fierce. Soon, neither he nor his steed could see what lay ahead through the blasts of white.
Come back! Come back!
But the frightened animal was already far away, and so he decided to make the journey on foot. Finally, half frozen, the merchant came upon an incredible sight.
Am I dreaming? What could those strange lights be?
When the merchant approached, he discovered the curious light came from a magnificent palace.
Not a flake of snow. How can it be? Hello! Hello!
In an immense gold-trimmed sitting room, the merchant found a hearth blazing and crackling, and tea and biscuits set out on a table as if for an expected guest, but there was no sign of his host.
Hello!
When the merchant awoke, a hearty breakfast had been set for him, but there was still no sign of the master of this grand house.
Hello! Whoever you are, show yourself, so I may thank you for your hospitality!
But still no one answered. Following the meal, feeling stronger and a little braver, the merchant moved through the palace and its grounds, searching for the kingly presence who surely dwelt there.
What wealth! Everywhere! My host must be the richest man alive!
Outside in the courtyard were magnificent gardens abloom with every color of the rainbow. But most magnificent of all were the roses.
Roses. Then at least one of my daughters shall have her present.
You repay my generosity with thievery? For this, you shall pay with your life. You have had your meal. Now I shall have mine. You
will pay for the rose you have stolen with your life, merchant.
I never imagined that one so wealthy as you, Beast, would care about a single rose. I swear I meant no harm. It was for my daughter, Beauty.
You had no right to steal, no matter what the reason.
I shall forgive you and spare your life on one condition. Your daughter must come willingly to take your place. You said her name was Beauty?
Yes, but what will become of her? I couldn't bring her. I wouldn't want. Very well. If that's the only way, but how will I ever find my way home or back here? I only partook of your hospitality because I was lost.
This steed shall carry you home and bring you or your daughter back to me. You have but to instruct it so. I warn you, return in 1 week, or I shall come hunting you. You cannot escape my anger.
Stallion, take me home.
And by nightfall, the stallion had carried the merchant back to his cottage in the wood.
The ship's cargo was gone when I got there. We are paupers still.
Oh, no. Then we won't be moving back to town.
And you didn't bring any of us a present.
Only Beauty. Here is your rose, my darling. But if only you knew what it has cost.
What do you mean by that?
And so the merchant tells them the story of the beast and the dreadful bargain he was forced to strike.
It's all your fault, Beauty.
You and your stupid rose. Now see what you've done. They're right, Father. It is my fault. I shall go to the beast in your place.
No, I won't hear of it.
Nor will Gerard and I. We shall go to the palace and slay this cruel beast.
Neither Beauty nor Father shall be sacrificed.
No, I am the cause of our woe, so I must surrender myself to the beast.
I forbid it. In any event, we have a week to decide who, if anyone, shall return to the beast's palace. At the moment, all I want to do is sleep.
Later that night, everyone in the household slept.
Rowena, Jacqueline, goodbye. Farewell, Father. Goodbye, my brothers. Live long. Away, steed, to the palace of the beast.
The next morning,
Father, the stallion is gone.
And Beauty with it.
No!
It's true, Father.
The little fool is going to give herself to the beast.
Then I fear our little Beauty is lost to us. Forever.
at blinding speed, the stallion carries the brave but terrified Beauty through the dark wood to the palace of the beast.
That handsome man be? He looks so sad.
Good evening, Beauty.
Good evening, Beast.
I do not often have the pleasure of a visitor, and never one as lovely as yourself. You have come to me willingly, then?
My father hoped to prevent it, but I stole away in the night.
A lovely place, isn't it? Do you like it? Do you think you could be happy in a palace such as this?
I would be very difficult to please if I could not be happy here.
As I would be, were I not pleased with your beauty. Now, take my hand. It is dinner time.
Oh, so soon.
Be seated, Beauty. Each night you will dine here, and each night I shall join you.
But there is only one place set.
Indeed, I am a beast, not a man. And when I hunger, I hunt like a beast and devour my prey in the dark wood. I can wait no longer. I must ask you now. I must know. Could you love one such as me, Beauty? Could you marry me? Speak the truth. Be not afraid.
No, Beast. I cannot love you. I will not marry you.
I understand. You came willingly to save your father. And now, Beauty, after all I have said, you are willing to stay? I promise you, whatever you wish for, you shall find here.
After dinner, the beast again took Beauty by the hand and escorted her to another part of the palace.
This is your room, Beauty. I shall see you again next evening.
This is the room of a princess. Everything is trimmed with gold. Even Rowena and Jacqueline would be content with these chambers. Rowena, Jacqueline, I never thought I would miss hearing them complain. I wonder if I shall ever see my family again.
Oh, do not cry, Beauty. Do not be sad. You are not as unfortunate as you think. Here, all your wishes shall be granted, and your courage shall be rewarded. Be as true-hearted as you are beautiful, and we both shall have nothing left to wish for.
But you look so sad. What can I do to make you happy?
Only be grateful for what is given you, and do not trust everything you see with your eyes. And above all, do not desert me until you have freed me from my misery.
Are you also a prisoner of the beast, then? Wait! Don't leave! Don't!
If you care for the prince's happiness, heed me, Beauty. The prince is being punished for allowing appearances to deceive him. You can free him from his fate, but only if you do not let your eyes fool you.
I don't understand. What do you... You can free him from his fate, but only if you do not let your eyes fool you. What on earth does that mean?
Certain that she had once before seen the handsome prince who appeared in her strange dream, Beauty returned to the gallery in the beast's palace and to the portrait of the now familiar face.
It is him, the prince of my dream. But if the prince is the beast's prisoner, why is his portrait on the wall?
In the weeks that followed, Beauty was free to roam the palace grounds and marvel at the many wonders of the beast's domain. Among them, her favorite was the aviary, with its many species of rare and colorful birds.
I like you too, little one. I do so wish you could speak to me, though. From dawn to dusk, I've no one to talk with.
Pardon, Mademoiselle Beauty?
Oh, you spoke.
Young cockatoo, at your service. I speak for all your feathered friends.
But how can that be?
How could it not be? When you wished it so, all your wishes shall come true here. See for yourself. Make another.
Very well. I wish you and all my little friends could be nearer to my room, so I could hear your songs all day and all night. Jean, what has happened? We're in my room.
Your wish has been granted, Mademoiselle Beauty. Au revoir.
Oh, the aviary is right outside my window. My wish really did come true.
Only after darkness fell would she see the beast, who would come to her every night at the same time, always in the great dining hall, always with the same question.
Do you love me, Beauty? Will you marry me?
And always her answer would be the same.
No, Beast, I do not love you, and I will not marry you.
Beauty, why are you so unkind to me? I fear I am fated to be unhappy for many a long day still.
Watching him go, she realized that she was slowly losing her fear of him, and indeed beginning to feel pity for the kindly soul trapped within the beastly form. Each night she would return to her room and drift off to sleep in hope of once again dreaming of her handsome prince.
My Beauty, you are still sad, I see. Are you unhappy in the palace? Do you hate the beast for keeping you here?
No. He has been kind to me, and I want for nothing. I only wish I could find the place where you are imprisoned, so that I might set you free.
Then I beg you again, be not fooled by appearances. Trust your heart, not your eyes, to show you the truth. Then, like all your wishes, this one too shall come true here.
No!
If you truly wish to find the prince, dear Beauty, you must search in the place you would least expect him to be.
I still don't understand how... The place I would least expect him to be. Now, where could that be?
Beauty thought and thought, but could not find the answer. Had the beast chained her prince in some dank and dismal dungeon beneath the palace? How could he be so gentle with her, and yet so cruel to another?
Do you love me, Beauty? Will you marry me?
No, Beast. You are gracious and kind, but I do not love you, and I will not marry you.
Very well. Then I shall go to be alone with my sorrow.
But the beast is not the only one whose heart is grieving. Far from the palace, in her family's dismal cottage, the merchant sinks deeper and deeper into despair.
Darling daughter, will you ever return?
He misses Beauty terribly. If only she'd been less courageous.
Courageous? Ha! How much courage does it take to go live in a palace?
She wanted the beast's treasures all to herself.
And Father is wasting away with grief,
As Beauty knew he would.
They are right about one thing. If Father is to get well, we must bring Beauty back to him.
Take heart, Father. We shall hunt down the beast and slay him. Beauty shall come home to stay.
And so, Renee and Gerard rode the dark wood, armed with crossbow and sword, seeking out the beast.
It seems hopeless, my brother. We've searched every inch of the wood. Can it be that this beast and his magnificent palace existed only in Father's imagination? Perhaps in the storm and the throes of his grief, he saw an illusion.
No, no. If that is so, then where did the stallion come from? And where could Beauty have gone? The palace is real, and we shall find it, even if it takes an eternity.
Such bravery, such courage.
Who speaks? Show yourself.
So you're willing to search for an eternity and die if need be to find this palace, eh?
It is not we who shall die, old woman, but the bloodthirsty beast who holds our sister captive in his palace.
My. So it's not just a palace you seek, but a bloodthirsty beast as well. You are brave lads.
Ah, she taunts us, Renee. I think she knows of the beast and where he dwells. Speak, woman. Tell us where the beast may be found.
Put your sword away, you foolish boy. I fear it not, and neither shall the beast. He and his riches are hidden from you by magic.
Our father found the beast easily enough.
Oh, did he now? Or did the beast find him?
Why do you speak in riddles, old woman? What is it you know, but will not reveal?
Your father sought only shelter from a storm. Your sister sought only to save your father's life. The magic allowed them in because their hearts were pure. But you are filled with the thrill of adventure. Let it not overshadow the true purpose of your sister's beauty. If you still wish to find the palace, go that way. But no glory, no adventure awaits you there. Only the bitter taste of defeat.
What was she? A witch? What if she spoke the truth?
What if she did not? Are we to be frightened off by mere words, Gerard?
No, not by words, nor by anything else.
Let the beast work his magic. We shall prevail. To the palace. Ride! Look, Gerard. The lights in the sky. Just as Father described. And in there, ahead, the gates of the palace. Beast, you know why we have come. Show yourself, if you dare. Up there!
You have come unbidden into my palace. For this, you must pay.
The beast's magic is too powerful. We could not slay him. We could not even enter the palace.
There is naught we can do, except hope that one day Beauty will return.
Beauty never knew of her brother's attempt to rescue her, though she thought of her family often as the weeks and months went by. Within the palace walls, time seemed to stand still, but Beauty could watch the march of the seasons from its towers. Yet her months of captivity passed quickly, for there was always some new miracle, some new wonder to behold, and every night there was dinner with the beast.
Do you love me yet, Beauty? Will you marry me?
Alas, beast, no. I cannot marry you.
Winter became spring, and spring gave way to summer. And though Beauty was enthralled by the palace and its enchantments, she looked forward most of all to her nightly visits with the beast. She had come to enjoy his company and his conversation. Over time, her pity for the creature had turned to compassion, and her compassion to fondness. But still, it was not love. With the approach of autumn, a shroud of melancholy descended upon Beauty. Still, there was no sign of her prince, and her hopes of finding him seemed to die with the leaves on the trees.
Bonjour, Mademoiselle Beauty.
Bonjour, Jean Cockatoo.
Your feathered friends wish to know why you are so sad. Why our songs no longer please you?
Your songs are still sweet, little one, but I have yet to find my prince. And I see the beast only briefly each night. I am lonely.
You have spent a full year in my palace. Are you no longer happy here?
I am homesick for my family, Beast. Might I not leave just for a short while to visit them?
Oh, how have I failed you, Beauty? Has life here not been more pleasant than in your dismal cottage?
Oh, yes, Beast. But I wish my father to know that I am well and safe.
So be it. Place this ring on your finger. Now, go to your room. There you will find a chest of gold to take to your father. Go to sleep as you do every night. But as you drift into slumber, turn the ring on your finger and say, I wish to go to my father's cottage, and that is where you shall awake. To return, you need only turn the ring again and say, I wish to go back to my palace and see my beast.
Oh, Beast, what is wrong?
You shall never return.
Oh, Beast, I shall.
Promise to return in 1 week, for surely I shall die of grief.
Of course, Beast. My solemn word. 1 week, no more.
And so the beast departs, too heartsick to ask the questions he has asked every night since Beauty first arrived.
I wish to go to my father's cottage.
Farewell, Beauty.
My prince, you are crying.
Because you are leaving me.
But I shall return in 1 week. I must, or my beast shall die.
You would care then? If the beast were to die?
I would care very much. He is a kind beast, a gentle beast. I would die to save him from pain. He is not to blame for his ugliness.
Oh, it's Beauty! Beauty! She's returned like a witch in the night!
Beauty has come home!
A new dress! Oh, a diamond pendant! Gold slippers! And a house! The finest house in the town! And husbands! Oh, there's gold enough for 2 dowries! We both shall marry!
Perhaps before you squander these riches, you ought to thank Beauty for your good fortune.
You've not even told her you are happy she's returned.
My heart is gladdened to know you are well, daughter.
Father has been very ill since you left, Beauty. We were afraid he would waste away with sorrow.
I must return to the beast in 1 week, Father, or he shall die. He gave me this magic ring to whisk me back to the palace when my visit is ended.
You would go willingly to the beast a second time? You must care a great deal for him.
Oh, I do, Father. And also for the prince who comes to me in my dreams. What could he mean, Father? Why does he say not to let my eyes deceive me?
You say that the beast loves you dearly. He has even risked death to return you to me for a time. I think the prince must be telling you to reward the beast by doing as he wishes.
You mean I ought to marry the beast?
Perhaps, Beauty, but only your heart can know for certain.
Oh, dear. Well, this ring is far too precious to wear. What if I were to lose it? How could I keep my promise to the beast? It will be safer in my little pouch. There. I feel much better now.
She's a greater fool than even I thought. Our sister will not be leaving us again.
Is this really the right thing to do, Erwina?
Beauty belongs here with our family. Father will fall sick again if she leaves.
And why should we care if the beast dies? When he's dead, we can go to his palace and claim his treasures for ourselves.
For Father's sake, we must keep Beauty here until her promise to that monster has been broken.
On what is to be the last day of Beauty's visit, her sisters entice her to accompany the family on a joyful sleigh ride into town.
Oh, think of it! New clothes, jewelry. At last, we can be rid of these rags and never have to look at that horrid cottage again. You'll help us find a new house to buy, won't you, Beauty?
But that could take days, Jacqueline. And I must return to the beast this evening.
Oh, very well, Beauty. But you will help us choose our fine new dresses. Surely the beast would not object to that. Isn't that why he sent the gold? To make us happy? It would be no fun to spend the gold without you. Would it, Father?
I'm always happiest when Beauty is with us, but I would not bid her do anything she would regret later.
The day passes quickly as the family revels in the fruits of the beast's generosity. They spend it in a whirl of activity, replacing the finery they had been deprived of when their fortunes were reversed. The day ends with the heartiest meal the family has enjoyed in over a year.
But Beauty, we haven't even begun to look for a new house yet. Stay just one more day, Beauty, please.
I'd like that, but I promised. He tells me he will die of grief should I break my word.
Come, Beauty. A beast so big, so strong, so ferocious. Oh, he would not perish of a mere girl's absence for only a day.
Perhaps you're right. Very well, but only one more day.
So, Beauty and her family take rooms at the inn in town.
My prince. My prince. Where are you?
He's lost. My prince is lost. He called to me, but I could not find him.
And as Erwina and Jacqueline had planned, the single day of house hunting stretches into 2, then 3, and more, until 1 week later.
Yes, Father, this one. This one. Oh, it's lovely. It's the house of our dreams.
It's Beauty who deserves your thanks. Had she not won the beast's heart, our fortunes might never have changed.
Oh, yes. Thank you, Beauty. We're so grateful. You must stay with us one more night to celebrate finding our new house.
How can I refuse?
And so, that night at the inn,
A toast to our darling Beauty, to the generosity of the beast, and to our new home. May God bless it always.
Oh, dear me, but I'm tired. It has been a long day. Would you mind terribly if I went to bed?
Not at all. Pleasant dreams, my darling.
But Beauty's dreams are troubled.
I don't understand. The palace walls always shut out the winter before, and now the garden is dead. Where are my little friends? Where have they gone? Why can I not hear their songs? My beast! Ah! What have I done? I've stayed away too long. He is dying, and the fault is mine. I must return to him at once. Oh. No! The magic ring is gone. I've lost it. Oh, it must be here somewhere. It must be. The cottage. Could it have fallen from the pouch back there? Rowena! Jacqueline, I've lost the ring. I saw the beast dying in my dreams, but I cannot go to the palace. What shall I do?
Poor sweet Beauty. Oh, perhaps this was fated to be. You belong here with us and with Father.
Take me back to the cottage, Rowena. Help me search there for the ring. You stole it. How could you? How dare you?
It was for your own good. Why should Father have to suffer anymore? Why should you care if that monster dies? We can have all his treasures once he's gone.
How can you be so selfish? So cruel? How could I have been so blind? I wish to go back to my palace and see my beast. I've returned. I only pray my dream proves false. The garden, dead. Well, then my dream did not lie. My poor beast. Beast! Beast! Where are you?
Beauty.
My beast! Oh, dear beloved beast, forgive me. Oh, please live. I do love you. I cannot imagine life without you.
Beauty. You love me.
Yes, dear beast.
And will you marry me?
Oh, yes. Yes, I shall.
Thank you, sweet Beauty, for saving my son.
Your son? Oh, the prince. But where has my beast gone?
Rise, Beauty, and hear my tale. Long ago, an old beggar woman came to my palace seeking food and shelter. She was ancient and ugly, and I turned her away.
I was that beggar woman.
She is a fairy, and she was sent to test my generosity, to see whether I would rule my kingdom with my eyes or with my heart. But I failed the test, and was condemned to live in the hideous form of a beast until one as beautiful as you could see past my ugliness, to behold my sorrow. Now, Beauty, you shall rule beside me as my princess, if that is your wish.
Oh, to have my dear beast and my handsome prince both. Who could wish for more?
And so it was, that very night, that Beauty attended her first royal wedding as the bride.
As long as you both shall live,
I do.
they make a lovely couple. What a terrible deed we might have perpetrated.
Indeed. For had we succeeded in keeping Beauty with us, the prince would be dead, and our beautiful sister would be forever heartbroken.
Wouldn't you know it? Not only does that monster turn out to be a prince, but Beauty winds up with his riches, a royal treasury. When, dear sister, when will we ever learn?
I now pronounce you husband and wife.
And they not only lived long, but happily ever after.
You're invited to Strawberry Shortcake's housewarming party. All